By filing lawsuits that media experts say are intended to silence criticism and perhaps force them out of business, Donald Trump and his supporters have begun to launch a campaign against U.S. media outlets that are critical of the president-elect. Trump has long referred to press organizations as enemies of the people, and the strategy seems to be to vigorously pursue legal action against them, demanding sometimes large amounts of damages. Since even a failed legal action may be costly for a financially challenged media organization and serve as a deterrent, the actions are started even when the chances of winning occasionally seem remote. Anna Diakin, a staff attorney and managing attorney for the fellowship program at Columbia University's Knight First Amendment Institute, stated that the recent wave of lawsuits he has filed and his public vow to straighten out the press do appear to indicate a greater attempt by Trump and his supporters to target the press through legal action. There have been a number of events in the past week alone that greatly concern U.S. press freedom advocates. In a shocking court claim, Trump accused Iowa pollster Jay and Selzer and the Des Moines Register newspaper of brazen election interference. The lawsuit may be the most appalling example of Trump's attempts to use the legal system as a weapon against his opponents, according to one advocate. In a state that had long been seen as a landslide for Trump, the poll, which was released only days before the election, showed Democratic opponent Kamala Harris defeating him by 3 points. After Selzer was shown to be mistaken, Trump easily won Iowa with almost 55% of the vote. Even though he won easily, indicating that the poll had no influence on him at all, Trump continued to assault. Trump filed a lawsuit alleging Selzer and the newspaper violated the Iowa Consumer Fraud Act, which is designed to shield consumers from fraud. It was required to deter defendants and their fellow radicals from continuing to act with corrupt intent in releasing polls manufactured for the purpose of skewing election results in favor of Democrats, according to Trump's lawsuit. However, the Iowa lawsuit followed a number of previous Trump lawsuits against the media. Following a defamation lawsuit he filed earlier in 2024, ABC News and Trump negotiated a $15 million deal on December 14th, agreeing to finance a foundation and museum to be built by the president-elect and publicly apologizing. Network star George Stephanopoulos made the incorrect statement in an interview that Trump had been found liable for rape in a civil complaint filed by Elle columnist E. Jean Carroll, which sparked the lawsuit. Although the jury did not conclude that Trump had raped Carroll, they did decide that he had sexually abused her. According to the Associated Press, an ABC News spokesperson stated, "We are happy that the parties have agreed to dismiss the lawsuit on the terms in the court filing." In addition, Trump is suing CBS News for allegedly fraudulently editing Kamala Harris's 60 Minutes interview and is suing publisher Simon & Schuster for copyright violations involving audio recordings of the author's discussions with him. As a sham and a disgrace, and do not represent American values and American fairness, Trump has previously stated that he intends to take a strong look at U.S. libel laws. Floyd Abrams, the renowned First Amendment lawyer, described the Iowa lawsuit as the most recent and, in one sense, the most appalling example of Mr. Trump's efforts to use the judicial system to punish his critics. Abrams stated, "It's not just that there are no damages that he can plausibly state in such a case," adding that Trump's victory in the election disproves assertions that he suffered because of a faulty poll. It seems to be nothing more than an attempt to penalize the newspaper and its pollster for taking a stance that proved to be incorrect. He wants to punish them and hurt them since, in his opinion, they hurt him by causing him anxiety and having pollsters nationwide believe that the races would be much tighter than they actually were. Such a case has no legitimate foundation, Abrams stated. ABC's settlement might lead to future attacks on the press, according to a number of First Amendment scholars. His recent settlement victory against ABC is especially concerning, as it could give Trump the confidence to bring numerous similar lawsuits in the hopes of achieving the same outcome, Diakin added.